Alrighty. Hello there to everyone watching, both at home and to the spectators currently watching through Discord. Right now, this is the very first match of Chosen of the Gods, a brand new 6K 2v2 tournament hosted by yours truly, Vastol. I would like to thank both members of the Nebulous community, Darg, some of the mods from the main Discord, and everyone else who's helped me get this on the road. Well, on the road, I mean. Yeah, I'm a bit excited, so I'm misspeaking a little bit. Right now we have two very good teams playing against each other for our opening match. We've got Team Trogulous, well, sorry, Team Trogulous actually, along with Team Mines on, Comms off. So we're going to see a lot of interesting plays here, I think. First map is going to be Tombstone, because both teams voted to not play other maps. I'm hoping for a very clean fight. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're seeing a lot of ships being placed down on the map, as is tradition with, well, most Nebulous games. Both these teams have been practicing prior to this tournament beginning, so we're going to see some very expert gameplay, at least I hope to see. We're getting some interesting ship names already, as well, if we looked around. So, Tombstone is a very interesting map because it's another basically single point, single neutral, and that means that there's a lot of fighting over the A cap. It's very important to try and get it either in the open or to try and deny the enemy team from getting it. It does give a lot of interesting opportunities going around the sides. Top of the map's very open, gives a lot of sensor warfare combat that you can play with as well. Oh, we almost started the countdown there, but someone wants to delay. Note to self for future reference. Don't start recording until everyone's actually readied up. Wow, what's actually taking them so long? Fix it in post. Yeah, that's right, puppy. I'll fix it in post. I'll add the Monty Python intermission. That'll be nice. May your beams chip and shatter. All right, can we get some bets in the chat, perhaps? Who do you guys think's going to win? Say it in the text chat there. We got a vote for Trog. Puppy. Puppy's not playing though, Small Cake. That's a bit of a problem. Three Cats thinks that it's going to be Snipes and Quiz. Oh, there we have it. The match has commenced. So, oh, we got a Vastol here being played by Quiz coming in. Yep, standard Vastol. Alrighty, immediately zooming out to take a look at all this. We've got two two fleets, both over 11 ships each. And then we have two fleets that are under the no ship cap limit mod. So right now, if we start with Daz here from Team Trogulous, sorry, Team Trogulous, we've got the brick, the wall, it's back. Oh, wonderful. So this is a liner that likes to just throw itself at the A cap. It's got a citadel, a base, several aux steerings, double drive. It's beautiful. It's got its little escort with it that's going to try and take the A cap. We've got plasma obelisk and a 250 liner. Very basic, very greedy build in regards to DC there. We've got another 250 liner. We've got a pair of MNTs up on the top, armed with grazers. Then another pair Interesting so far. And then we've got Rom here with quick A cap. He's bound it to his 1 and 2 keys, which I like to do. That makes sense. It means that you can press 1 or 2 on your keyboard and immediately move your important cap assets. Another plasma obelisk. 2 obelisks. Oh, misclick. 3 obelisks. Oh my god. Then we've got a Lyrebird shuttle moving up with an escort. Just rockets on these. Got EWR. EWR.
The enemy secured zone dagger.
Standard gun shuttle, and I assume, yep, we got ooh.
The enemy
NMT abomination. Yeah, okay.
The enemy secured
now onto the ANS side, we've got broadside, 450 Axford with some 120. Got a normal Vauxhall. Backpack BLS1. Customary beam DD for this map. Setting up in this position to deny the A cap. It's always a very strong position for the ANS to take. Basically what they want to do is beam shuttles that try to come onto the cap, but I don't think they're ready for figuring out that this is a wall. Oh, it is still exposed. If Quiz is able to beam this shuttle, then it's going to be... Nope. It's getting eclipsed. They might have this. Oh my god, that's impressive. They're firing HE RPF right now on the brick because they don't know any better. They expect this just to be a shuttle. I think they're going to get this ACAP. Anyway, back to the team list. We've got 2 450 broadside. Actually, they don't have rear mounts, but these are pretty interesting Solomons. They've kind of skimped out on the DC, which is fine. I guess the intent is to shoot the hell out of monitors, but OSP, no monitors. Right, so far, with the current patch, we've been seeing a lot of very scary things with... Oh no! Can they kill the brick in time? Major misplay there, unless it was, I guess intentional, perhaps? I don't know if they can kill the brick in time, though. Everything hems on this. Okay, we got the destroyer going straight into the superstructure. It's going to structure break it, possibly. But... Is it going to do it in time? Oh, we're going to have an ACAP contester. Oh, that's it. ACAP's no longer being, Yep, there we go. ACAP is probably going to go to ANS if OSP can't stop it. But right now we have these plasma obelisk pulling itself up. It's going to try and start shooting at this shuttle. Should be able to deny the cap in return. So right now... Oh, they're going to use the wall against them. Oh, how the turntables. Can they lower themselves in time? Oh, hopefully they don't beam themselves. That would be awkward. Oh, nope, the shuttle has bounced off and is now rising up. It cannot use the obelisk, the wall as cover. This is a big shame for ANS. They really could have took advantage of that. No damage control teams on this. I'm not sure if it died or not, but yeah, there's no way this is... yeah, it's not happening. I refuse to believe this. Oh, there's a second. Oh, Mr. President, there's a second sprinter in the ACAP. Oh my god. Right now we have these 450 Solomons shooting straight. Oh, this 250 liner is getting bullied right now. I don't think ANS have taken the ACAP. That is a great start for the ANS team. I don't know what else to say besides... Rip brick. Rip brick. So far, besides that, we're getting only a slight exchange between, well, this 250 liner and a dead shuttle. The BB's actually even stopped firing at Trog Liner 3, as it's called, and have moved on to Trog Liner 2. The BB's bloodlust will not be sated until I imagine all the Trogs are dead. They're still shooting at the dead sprinter, which is... they should know that this is dead at this stage. They should be retasking at the very least. They're keeping this, the Plasma Obelisk, which is a more valuable ship, hidden, which is the correct thing to do, but I don't know about this maneuver that they've done here. They've ended up opening themselves up, because you will find 450 from ANS side all around this part of the map, and it will devastate you if you are in the open with a liner like you are now. I don't really see any, besides up here with these MMT. Oh, we got some missiles incoming on this Vauxhall. Are these going to hit? Nope. Defenders almost saving all of them, but we have lost 2 radar panels. That might affect us a little bit. No, it's not. ANS are jamming. So what secret are these? Act Command. Yeah, these are all just going to start missing. Right now, from how I'm obsessing this, I think OSP are in a very difficult position. They found themselves, first of all, without the ACAP, and they spent quite a few points with the wall to try and get it. ANS is kind of bullying its way through open space now, well, at least with these Axfords up here and down here. In the meantime, yeah, that's another 750 points, probably 800 points given away for free. 450 Solomons are opening up into the obelisk. OSP just, they have a lot of very valuable stuff in the open getting shot at basically for free, and they're not really doing any damage in return to ANS besides, oh no, it rains. Yeah, so we've had the first death of an actual liner here. Damn shame for Daz. I'm sure he's crying himself to sleep right now. Well, tonight. The obelisk, I'm not sure what his intent is. He's looking to peek it around this corner. This is a very interesting build we've seen coming out of this tournament. Oh, getting straight into these shuttles here, but oh, there we go. The beam finally being able to catch up with the shuttles taking out the drive. These shuttles are not making it to the sea cap. These are both dead. Yeah. Snipe's still firing away here at the dead liner. Eventually he's going to realize that it's dead. He should be switching his 120s onto this. I don't know why he isn't already. Managed to get the liners back into cover at the very least. That is interesting. I'm not sure what strategic advantage you have by having your Axford pass on to the enemy, but I'm sure there is something. Ooh, very bold now. Seeing that the OSP are a little bit... Oh! I'm not really sure even what to say if this... Oh, are they going to be able to avoid the mines? Nope. Not happening. This is very ballsy, though, with this... Oh, and they're going to probably pay for it right now. As you can see, the torps are coming in, and... Yep, that's a dead Vauxhall. At least it should die with the liners now. Getting ready to pick away at the corpse like vultures. Oh, we've got a lot of plasma incoming here. Mostly missing these ones are going to start. Nope. Almost all of these are going to miss this Axford. What drives do we have in here? Single Raider, so not that maneuverable. Some hitting the chin, where the beam likes to sit. That's not a bad place to get plasma hits on. If you manage to hit here with plasma, that means that your 100 mil can knock out that beam faster, which is always nice. But right now, ANS, besides throwing away this Vauxhall to try and get to the E point, is in a very strong position. They've got these 2 Solomons that are able to just maul liners whenever they feel like it. Right now they're starting to put in fire into this pair right here. We'll see how much damage they end up doing, but these guys are going to get out of line of sight real soon. Almost all of those shots are going to miss, it looks like. They had a lock, but it wasn't enough. Starting to finish off this sprinter here. It's regrettable to see that Vauxhall thrown away like that. I think ANS should have definitely kept that in reserve. As for the points themselves. C point is pretty safe. They've got 2 ships with beams locking it down. The Solomons are advancing in the open. They're just going to keep shooting into these liners. They're going to lose, again, not a lot for what OSP is gaining. I mean, in the inverse. We've got a nice little fight between this sprinter here and the shuttle. Single gun Vis. The sprinter should win this, especially if it just throws one of these missiles at it. I think they might not be micromanaging at the moment, and that's why there's no missile being fired. Okay, we got this Solomon doing something again. What's it shooting at? Was it shooting at that sprinter? I mean, a shuttle? I think it was. That's interesting. Continuing to just shoot at the Vastol because they have no real other targets to shoot at. Yeah, OSP is in a very poor position right now, in my view. They don't control a lot of space. They can't really force themselves onto the ACAP. The 450 Solomons and the 450 Axfords will just punish any attempt to get across in the open space. They really needed monitors, I think, on Tombstones in order to bully their way onto caps, and without that, they've got these very squishy liners. As you can see, really limiting their capabilities by stripping so much DC off them as well, because even if you get touched a little bit with only the DC complex, that's it, and 2 rapids, these liners are going to, if they get looked at, you're never going to be able to use them again for the rest of the match. The 450 Axfords continuing to Solomon's continuing to shoot straight into this liner. Now that it's more exposed, this might be dangerous for them. OSP doesn't really have a lot of options right now. Oh! Good kill on the sprinter, at least. That was a lock sprinter. So, not as valuable as it could have been. It could have been one of those cap sprinters, but not sure why it was there in the first place. OSP still has a decent sensor net. They still have a lot of tugs that they can try and fight for the B point, but the Axford's still going to have it locked down. These BBs, I think they're going to keep playing together for the entire match, and that's going to be very difficult to kill 2 BBs that are, in formation with each other. Sure, they don't have the extra 3 barrels in the back, but that is a lot of firepower. How many ammo elevators do these things have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ammo elevators, I count. So these Solomons definitely are on the cheaper side. I'd say these are about 1,800 points, maybe? Maybe even 1,750. So right now, Rom is trying to swing around to the A point, but unfortunately, there's this Axford on the top of the map, breathing down his neck, just shooting at him constantly, and maneuvering around to try and avoid the BBs just means you're going to get shot by this guy instead. They don't have anything to... Well, essentially, the OSP have nothing that the 450 can also shoot at. There's nothing that you can control space with, like monitors, that will allow you to maneuver with your liners. There's nothing pinning anything down. The Axfords can just keep shooting and keep shooting, and this is going to be a very dead liner. I expect the next hit probably to knock out the basic, and then it'll stop moving and be on inertia. Nope. Actually, not that much firepower coming out right now. All 3 are firing. It's just a bit underwhelming. How many? Yep, 4 ammo elevators. I'm just particularly underwhelmed them. Moving on to... Yep, we just lost another sprinter trying to move up onto the B point. I think these sacrifice, like sending a single ship onto the B point, not going to work. Especially, you have to remember that this keystone is going to sit in this position. It's going to hold here. It's never going to move. And so it's just going to be able to look up and beam you. So that's another lost shuttle, which is a shame for OSP. They're trying to maneuver towards the C point, these other 2. I don't know if they're going to achieve anything. We got a wasted EO Wake missile there. And that's a bit of a shame. Bomb 1. What was Bomb 1 armed with? Oh, just a few S2s. Okay. Yeah, OSP, looking at their lineup, they have nothing that has a range of above 8,000 meters. Everything else that they've brought in this team is just very close range. They don't have anything that can fight these solids. So, I think, and I don't want to be jinxing it, but I think ANS might have this game in the bag already because OSP just lacks any sufficient firepower at long range to even just tie them up so the closer range assets can get in there. Maybe OSP can salvage it. Maybe they can swing around to get to this C cap. I don't see them taking A anytime soon. Most of their sensors can't get close. This is a rough match for them. Yeah, as Chad is right now pointing out, OSP doesn't have any long-range weapons that can pressure the BBs at all. And so the BBs can just sort of control this space with impunity. The A-cap's locked down. The flanks are kind of locked down. Once they start spotting these guys, if they do, they're going to swing around and start shooting these liners, and they'll have to dive. We do have this one obelisk below the cap. That's a possibility that they can achieve something with it. How do they build these anyway? Standard 5 T30s, 3 plasmas. Citadel magazines. It's a good obelisk. They're trying to make a play for the A-cap, but again, the beamstone is already back looking at the A-cap. Any shuttles that they try to send onto it will just die. You cannot take the A-cap unless you kill this or have it distracted or give it a problem. And OSP cannot do that right now. Ooh. Bit of a ballsy play here. Do they know where this liner is? No, they don't, but they do have sensors over the cap, so they can see the shuttles. Yes, as Hunter is saying in chat there, less than 5 minutes at this stage. OSP needs to do something with the limited assets that they have, or else it's already game. I don't see them taking B besides a massive misplay from team. I need to keep calling them by their teams. My apologies. Mine's on, comms off. If they just abandon the B point, sure, they can they can cap it, but they're not going to do that. If they can sneak onto C, sure, the beamstone will have to move down, but they don't really have anything they can sneak up there. They're kind of lining up for a push onto the C cap with 4 ships, these 2 liners, this liner, and the shuttle, but whenever they push onto it, and now E is pretty open. Besides the mines, they can just ANS can just go 1-for-1 and take the E point. Okay, we got dead rains. I guess they just got spotted real quick. I don't know why they got so close to these obelisks. That was a bit of a misplay. You would want to stay higher. Was that a spyglass one? Yes, it was. Like, OSP does have the sensors. They can see where ANS is. Like, they have 2 EWRs. They've got the Bloodhound. But they're not really... They don't have any of the assets that can take advantage of that. They don't have 450 liners. They don't have... Even the monitors with their C90s can shoot at 9,800 meters. That's solid enough range. They didn't bring a mass driver. Mass drivers still at least can cause problems for assets up at the top of the map. So we're just seeing some fire coming in onto this tug. I think BB's, I'd say that's about 8.7k, something like that they're shooting at this. So they're going to hit most of the time, at least they should, on a tugboat that's starting to slow down. Oh, here comes the beamstone move down, is engaging the plasma obelisk. The obelisk might be able to win this as long as it doesn't lose its magazine or any of its power. The beam is orange, and there we go, beam is red. They managed to knock out the beam. And now the other obelisks are pushing forwards. They're going to get spotted, of course, as they try to push up like this. What are they going to do with the BBs? Are they going to pull them further back to try and defend the C point, or are they just going to sit broadside on and try and shoot at this liner that's going to try and push? They don't actually have a good line of sight here. Oh, however, there is this Axford here that's pushing up, and it's going to fire 120mm at a liner. Something tells me that they have to know that that's a liner, so they're going to switch fire to high explosive any second now, unless they're not microwing the ship. Ooh, is this going to pepper decently? Nope. That Raider drive, as is always, manages to help this Axford avoid most of that plasma, and now they've finally switched to HE. The other obelisk, sensing that it needs to do something, right now that Axford's attention is split, is going to push around the bottom of the rock. It's going to start shooting up into it. This Axford is in a bit of trouble, but it does have reinforcements that can start shooting into it. BBs were not angled to shoot into them, however. I think they should have prepared for that. What are the BBs even looking at the moment? They're worried about the ships on the flank. Oh! Maybe OSP can take this C point. If we take a look at it, this liner is going to advance. It's getting hit by only 120. The Axford has to pull back out of fear of the other liner down below. It looks like OSP can possibly get the C point, but that's only a treatment. It's not a cure. They're going to need another cap, and they manage to cap that if they're to win. The Axfords, are the Solomons going to start splitting up? It looks like, oh, they are splitting the Solomons. This is an opportunity for OSP to pull this back. If both of these plasma obelisks can start getting shots to the side as this other Solomon pulls back, they might be able to disable this. Right now, it isn't looking very impressive. The damage is non-existent. But if they get good plasma hits, they can possibly, maybe, swing this around. All ANS has to do right now, really, is focus on holding the caps, keep this Axford on the B point. Maybe it doesn't have line of sight on any. They should really push this Axford. Help shooting into the one of these liners, in my opinion, or either that or just keep it on the B point. Right now, action on C point, and this Axford get its beam on target and stop this shuttle before it caps the point? The answer is yes, of course. The beamstone has finally repaired, has no damage, no restores left, but it does have a functioning beam again. It is... Ooh, it's a very, very tricky position it's in, because if it rounds the corner, it's just going to get, well, deleted. So it needs to wait for the liners to either fire on someone else. Oh, there we have it. The D point. ANS has managed to sneak a sensor shuttle onto the cap. It's going to die. Like, no question about it. It's gone. Bonk. 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 So a successful defense of the D cap, at least. So OSP is avoiding, getting even deeper into a hole. But... yeah, they're going to have to possibly even sack this liner to take the C point. If this beamstone manages to get a good... oh, yes, ANS is starting to go down in ship count. Here we have this Axford. Getting... ooh, wait. 1 second. This Axford's too far away. Oh, Rom's probably being too cautious because of the fear of another keystone, but if Rom pushes right now onto the B point, he probably would be able to take it because this Axford's going the wrong way. It would only be, again, another temporary solution because eventually the Axford would kill him. Here we have the beam coming in again on these liners. Oh, this might knock out the... Nope, it stopped firing, but it was close to knocking out the magazine there. We have Team Trogulous's other obelisk pushing down from below, getting shots up into it. It might be able to knock out the beam, and if it does that, that's... Well, it's not massive for OSP, but it means something. The C point... Mine's doing work. Oh, did they deny the E point? Yes, they did. Wonderful. This Citadel CIC is all that's keeping this cap from being decapped at the moment. If they manage to knock out this Citadel CIC... Nope. Alrighty, so OSP has taken Comet. They've lost quite a few ships by the time they manage to do it. They can hold on to this for a while. The Beamstone is neutered, it can't do anything anymore, so right now these two obelisks just have to basically, current objective, survive. The BBs are in perfect condition. One of them is going to park themselves on the E point. The Axford really should just throw itself onto the A point. This tug, realistically, it's not going to take the A cap, but there is the threat that it can. Here we have more of this fight. Quiz is realizing that he needs to stay on the B point. So they've given up on trying to defend C, and so now all of his focus is throwing this Axford onto the B point and denying it to the
enemy is securing zone boxer.
Liner.
We are contesting zone boxer.
Oh, we have an actual cap ship on the D point, but unfortunately it has ran out of torps and the main gun is obscured. That needs to be microed. Always use hold heading commands. There's a brand new feature that was added recently in the update that lets you control or shift H onto an enemy vessel, and that lets you lock a heading onto that enemy vessel. Therefore, your main gun will be able to fire. Have they run out of high explosive? Nope. They really should be trying to contest that cap. BB will start capping that soon enough. B point will be contested indefinitely. Yeah, OSP needs to pray for a miracle right now in order to win. The Axford is paying attention. It's bringing its beam to bear. It will kill this tug. That is a shame for OSP, or Team Trogulous. Reactor detonation on the cap. OSP is getting misfortunate even after, you know, they're trying to claw their way out. It looks like the game has decided, no, you have to lose. Yeah, missiles or monitors is what OSP really needed here. They just didn't have anything to either dictate engagements or to try and wing.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Yep, there we have ANS taking the E point. And I'm not one to call things, but this is practically GG. I think it's safe to say I can cut the recording now, and we shall head to the after action report.